Understanding centripetal acceleration and force. Contents. Welcome. In this presentation, we'll dive into concept of centripetal acceleration and force. We learn how they relate to circular motion and why these forces are essential in real-world applications. We'll break it down with examples and visuals to make everything clear and relatable. What is centripetal force? A centripetal force is a force that keeps an object moving in a circular path. It always acts towards the center of the circle. Well, without this force, the object will fly in a straight line due to inertia. So when you have a centripetal force, it basically allows the circle to keep rotating in a circle and stay in that circle. Without this, it will just go in a straight path in a different direction. So once you remove the centripetal force, it will stop being a circle and will go in a straight path. Acceleration in a circular motion. Even if speeds stay consistent, the direction is constantly changing in a circular motion. This change in direction means the object is accelerating, called the centripetal acceleration. The formula we will be using for a centripetal acceleration is A equals V to the power of 2 slash R, where V is speed and R is the radius of the circle. Or important equations we'll be using. The centripetal force equation, F equals mx m times a equals m times v to the power of 2 divided by r. F is the centripetal force, and m is the mass for kg, and then centripetal force, newtons, and then v is for velocities, minutes per second, and r is the radius for meters. Force is measured in newtons, and acceleration in meters per second squared. Where do we see a centripetal force? Cars on curves, the tires extrude centripetal force to keep cars from sliding out. So to prevent the car from sliding out, they exert the centripetal force so it doesn't slide out and it keeps on a straight path and it goes straight no matter what, and it's harder for it to slide out. Planets orbiting. So we can see this during planets orbiting. Let's say, for example, gravity acts on centripetal force, keeping planets in orbit. So the planets to be in orbit, they are on a centripetal force, which makes them rotating around the world, and it's in orbit and constantly with that orbit. Like I said, it's going in circles. So if we remove the centripetal force, it will just go off in a straight line and will stop orbiting, and then the whole planet system will be out of shape. Amusement park rides. When we see loops, swings, they rely on centripetal force for safe motion. We need this force so that when you're going around up a loop and you're going upside down, it doesn't fall off the tracks. And if you're going in circles, you don't fly out, it doesn't fly off the tracks. So we need this so it stays in the circles and the loops and everything stays together. What did What we did in the lesson. We use fifth ramps simulation to explore how friction and weight and normal force affect motion. By adjusting the angles of the friction and coefficients, we calculated how much force was needed to create moving. This helped connect how real forces interact and build an understanding of static versus kinetic friction. Real-world connections. Amusement park ride. The spinning of a Ferris wheel or a roller coaster loops rely on centripetal force to keep riders safe in their seats. As if it doesn't have centripetal force, it will be it will take them off. So it's when you're on the Ferris wheel and you're sitting, if you remove the centripetal force, you'll be going upside down, side to side. It won't be as safe. So you need centripetal force. Cars take in turns. When a car turns around the bend, the friction between the tires and the road prevents the centripetal force needed to keep the car on track. Satellites orbiting Earth. Gravity acts as centripetal force that keeps satellites in orbit and allowing them to circle the Earth at constant speed. So without the centripetal force, it won't be able to orbit and it will be going off in straight lines. And we need to go around the Earth and not in straight lines because the Earth is not flat and it's a circle, so it has to orbit around the Earth. So that's when we will see you need a centripetal force. Conclusion: centripetal force and acceleration are key to understanding how things move in circles. These ideas connect directly to physics in real life, like orbiting, driving, design, machines, and so on and so on. Thank you for listening. Let me know if you have any questions.